Screw it. Hello, all you folks out there in YouTube land. Lord of the Crockett Squirrels here with some Opal Dragon.
Yep, I think I'm here. I can't guarantee it. No guarantees.
As you can, we apologize for being late for the SquirrelPlay Live. Escaping the collection of Final Darkness. We're not sure exactly which games we're going to be doing here for a little while. Yeah, there's sound. We actually have sound. We've always had sound. Anything Borderland? I mean, you kill enough things, you get what you want. You just have to get to the right area. Yeah, you should be able to. You should be able to hear. Actually, there was a thing. Hey, and a $5 sticker from Too Many Accounts saying, "Good job," because I actually screwed up my own. I actually screwed up my intro sequence. Well, screw it. I'm just gonna have to live with it, aren't I? But I have to.
Fine.
But folks, I will have to do this. That's what you, or yeah, that's what you put up there, dude. Was a sticker. Looks like, because that didn't, it did. That appeared in the chat, which means it's actually based in YouTube. They get most of what I make anyway, at least for them. But I do have to put this up, folks, because the contents of this video may offend the easily offended. We got a lot to get through tonight, so. Well, today,
so is this a promise that you'll offend me?
No, I don't think. You know what? I have a hard time offending you, Mr. Opal Dragon. I've actually there was one instance in which I tried, and it was r/whoosh the whole way.
Yeah.
It was peanut.
Well, then I feel ripped off. You know, man, I paid to be offended. You have to offend me.
Good luck with that.
Well, then I want my money back. Give me shit for free.
Yay. You know what? Good luck with that, too. You know, turnips and shit. And blood, I think.
But I'm entitled. Didn't you know that?
Okay. There is no r/entitled opals. But I think there might be, but I would not be surprised to find there was an r/silly dragons.
Yep.
All right, a little bit of housekeeping to do here, folks. You may have noticed that the Stream Boss token, the Stream Boss display has changed. It will now permanently appear right where it will now permanently appear on screen, as opposed to being where the fuck ever, which is good. I like that thought. That's the best place to put it anyway. So whatever. However, when mucking about with Stream Boss, one discovers that one should be paying very close attention to just about everything, because screwing with it to the degree that I did wound up resetting it. So I will be the Stream Boss until somebody can do the at least 8,500 hit points that I have remaining. I've also verified that if you are the current Stream Boss and you throw more money in the hat, then that's a healing spell. You would get all the hit points to which you would otherwise be entitled, even if it exceeds the max that you were currently at. So. Somebody passed along a $5 something. I don't know what the hell happened there.
Oh, shoot.
Because it didn't pop up in the alert box.
Chat. Oh, yeah, I'm missing a few.
Or anything else for that matter. It just is a little stickery thing that went, say, good job on the side there. I'm not exactly sure how that went. I will. You know what? I'm just gonna. I will be a weird ass and ask the critter here in a couple of minutes. The tip jar's gonna stay gone though. That's annoying. All right. Yep. We're all okay. So we are all good. Too much stats needed. Oh wow. Okay. A couple of things of interest in terms of the housekeeping. We are considering at this point, and it's more or less a done deal. If you guys scream loud enough, we may alter it a little bit. We're going to take the Tuesday, the weekday stream, or streams as the case may be, and we're going to move them forward. Right now, the expectation is to move them forward about 4 hours from where they are now. I realize for you folks in Eastern Europe that could be mildly problematic at 1 in the morning. But it also means that we are not screwing over. We're not entirely screwing over the U.S. audience or the North American audience. If there's a real massive problem with that, then do please let me know. That would, and we can try and figure out. We can work something out. Best place to get in contact actually for that would be in the Discord. Link in the description. What are you two talking about? BG2. Baldur's Gate 2. Okay.
Baldur's Gate.
Yep, they're talking about Baldur's Gate 2 in the chat.
Yep.
I don't know if any of them heard a word I said.
Well, we're talking about because of the joke Tom made. We ended up talking about about how you know, the old stereotype of how games affect real life.
Okay.
You know, they make you think you can do things in real life. It's like, you know, the whole Anita argument, you know.
Yep. Okay, going forward from there, we have a couple games on the we've added a couple games to the pre-order pile. Most notably, The Outer Worlds and Doom Eternal, both of which will be out prior to the end of the year, and they will be played they will be played on or about the day they are actually released. So that's gonna be a thing.
See, that way we know demons are real, because if demons weren't real, they wouldn't be in Doom Eternal.
But when we do the Doom Eternal one, when Doom Eternal turns up, I think we are going to do some more. We're going to do another retro set, or a retro modern set. Right now, I'm looking for a copy of. I am looking for one of the more recent Wolfenstein games. Okay, guys. Okay. Let's move it right along. There's another option that we have that we are going to have here very, very soon. There is a set of 5th edition rulebooks that showed up here yesterday, and a shitload of dice. So if you guys want to see tabletop RPG streams, then we can potentially do that too. Operating on either the 4th or 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons rules. What do you think, Opal?
I'll think about it. I don't know if I have the mind for D&D anymore these days.
I'm getting very first playthrough as a paladin. A Baldur's Gate game as a paladin. Wow. That's yeah, that's definitely a thing. That is a thing that could happen. You know what, Tom? Much as I want to agree with you, I don't actually have copies of the 2nd edition books anymore. Someone stole mine.
Oh, that sucks. I have 2nd edition. I have most of the books. Not all of them, but most of them.
Yeah, except that yours are probably in French.
Nope. Well, I need to speak French first.
Well, no?
I'm not in Quebec, so.
You have the Black Edition ones. I got the original editions of those. Not the edited black versions, the originals for those. Actually, believe it or not, somewhere in my stuff, I have a first edition AD&D Dungeon Master's Guide.
Oh wow.
Somewhere. So if you guys want to see D&D, we can maybe some actual D&D the way Sargon doesn't seem to be able to get straight, then we can do that. Depending, of course, on just how irritating I want to be, because I know there are some spaces where there are some types of critters that you don't see. For example, you will not. I know there was one area where it was primarily kobolds, and another area where when I did this in 3.5, there was the goblins and the kobolds never actually came together in the same spaces, or even in the same regions. Although I do actually have a hilarious story about a thing that happened in my first 3.5 game. I don't know if I told you this one yet or not, Opal.
Nope. You haven't told me much about your D&D.
I didn't tell you about that? Oh,
no.
I gotta tell you, you gotta hear this one. This one's just absolutely fucking hilarious. Now, as most people know, or most people that play Dungeons and Dragons or have a lot, the thing that changed, one of the big things that changed in 3.0 and 3.5 was that monsters had as much detail to them as characters, including leveling. You could level anything. You could level intelligent monsters and character classes. Now, imagine for a moment a battle wagon about half the size of a small village. Sitting on this battle wagon, actually in the battle wagon, you know that you can see dirty people hands and feet and stuff, and lots of screaming coming out of it. Okay. Pulling this huge ass thing is a veritable army of orcs. And not the combat kind.
Oh, slaves?
Slaves, orc slaves. Carting more slaves of other types to the market. Okay, now, sitting on the battle wagon, riding, mostly, you have 5 kobolds. One of which is wearing mage's robes, a couple of which wearing shiny plate armor, etc., etc., etc. Now, who here can tell me what the appropriate response is if you are a group of 6 level 1 characters and you watch this go by?
Run away! Run away! And change my armor.
Okay, that was what was supposed to happen. That was what was supposed to happen. This was supposed to be when I put this thing in here, it was supposed to be an object lesson to the player characters that they are not yet the gods that they think they are. Okay. So what happens? The one that had voted himself party leader, the ranger, whipped out his bow and fired on the kobolds. To which all the kobolds just kind of looked over there because he missed. He didn't hit shit. He was aiming for the mage. The mage went, boo! And the fireball went off in the middle of them. And everybody was pissed. The whole table was pissed off. But in all fairness, I gave them initiative, and they had the opportunity to run like hell, if and only if they managed to do better than the Kobold Mage. See, Crypto, here's the problem with that. They'd have to break the chains holding the freaking orcs to the wagon. Yeah, it was one of those things. You've got 5 kobolds keeping 300 or 400 orcs completely under control. You might want to think twice.
Well, it could have been worse. They could have run across a rabbit.
We're talking about, Brian, we're also talking about we're talking about 6 first level characters against 5 kobolds, the leader of which was a level 19 was a level 19 wizard, and then going down from there, their rogue was level 17, and one of the fighter types was level 14. What they were supposed to do, Tom, is come back and find these guys later, and then get them and then nail them to several trees. I was nice, however, and I didn't actually kill them. But it cost them what gold they did have, and a fair chunk of their gear. Because somebody managed to pull their butts out after it was all over, and get them put back together. So that was actually a fun thing. So, this is correct. Everyone does have to pee every once in a while. But again, you gotta be careful. Anyway, so, yeah, that was one of those spur of the moment encounter things. I had actually had the skeleton of that encounter planned out for a long time. Well, you know what? Again, this was supposed to have been an object lesson. They learned the lesson. Don't assume that because it's a kobold that it's just a piddly weak thing, and that's exactly the assumption that they made. Or excuse me, that's the assumption the party leader made. Everybody else was trying to get the hell out.
I assume you realized what reference I was making through all my comments, because basically you just pulled that from that movie.
What movie?
Okay, I talked about the Renee, and then at least you didn't have them to come across a rabbit.
Yeah, the Vorpal Bunny. You know what? Actually, I did. That's the thing that I will do someday. Someday, I'm gonna get a group, and they're gonna run across the Vorpal Bunny, and they're not gonna know what happened. See, King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table, they were warned. That group, whatever group of heroes that is unfortunate enough to wind up in that position, will not. They won't know shit.
Yes. Fear the rabbit.
They will know nothing. Tom. I figured them having an army of freaking orcs completely under control without even having to be down there with them or look threatening would probably be enough. That's what everybody else came up with that answer. This one guy did not. So no, not a dick move. It didn't matter which one of them was going to. It didn't matter which one of them was most powerful. Yes, Brian, that's exactly right. That was the indicator. You do not want to mess with these people. They have lots of orcs, and those orcs are completely cowed. Why were they completely cowed? Probably because somebody made an example out of somebody was made an example of already. Either way, this is not getting us where we need to go for the day, and we're going to let's get on with let's go ahead and get on with this. But first, I require okay. There's that bit that I want right there. Let me make sure that this is doing its thing. Okay, outstanding. Let's start in with our first abomination, the Church in the Darkness. Ooh. The chat, I got you. All right. No, I have not actually fired up this game, and it has become painfully obvious to me that this is the case, because I have actually squirreled that up too. There we go. All set. Now we've got it. Kobold nukes them with lightning storm. You were warned! See, some people, they don't do that because they're absolutely silly and ridiculous. Ah, that's loud. There we go. That's going to be much better. Turn the subtitles on. If I see mouse controls, I have no idea what you're talking about. I've got a controller in my hand. Settings to graphics. And we're going to do... Really? Let's do this. That. Take that off. And apply. There we go. That's much better. We can pick languages: English, Chinese, simplified Chinese, Russian, and Japanese. Not doing that either. Okay. We are now going to Toby eye tracking settings. I don't know. I want to do with that. Okay. All right. So, welcome to a place called Freedom Town, and this thing here is actually, funnily enough, about cults. We all know what cults are about. We hear about them. We hear about them relatively often. Not all of them are as bad as feminism. Most of them are. Let's see. All right. Let's do it. Oh, the preachers change every time you play. It'll be different next time. There's lots of different endings, apparently. Whatever. Male or female, and how dark are you? I think I'll go with that. Longer lasting visual cues show over the guards. The townspeople are looking, blah, blah, blah. Okay, not as armed. Okay, I don't think I want to do that level. Forget that shit. Yeah, there is that, Mr. Crypto. What do I do? I take a pistol. I can only get to pick one. I can have I can have 2 medical kits or a pistol. What do you think, guys? Med kits are. You do we want heels or teeth? Opal. I can't hear the opal. It's
Oh, sorry about that. I typed BRB in the chat there.
oh, I didn't know.
So,
So do we want heels or teeth?
heels or teeth?
Yep. We could take with us a
Uh,
pistol or a pair of med kits.
I want to say sting shot. Let's go with the pistol.
Tom, that would depend on how far away they are. Integration, equality, and socialism. Wow. I'm impressed. The problem, of course, is that's not the thing that's going to happen. See, there are some occasional cortexes that will think that this is absolutely just perfect. Um, Unfortunately, she didn't quite get. Alexandria occasional cortex doesn't seem to get that thing. Find your nephew Alex and see if he wants to leave. That is really, really open. Okay. Distance, a good bow, and enough ammo. Yeah, generally that would be my thought. Yeah, Brian, actually I have to agree with that. The fighter's going to have real problems if he isn't quick or very surprising.
Yummy.
Vic, I'm out of options. Alex has been in South America for 2 years now, and I haven't heard from him in 6 months. I just know something is wrong, and I don't trust the horrible creatures he's fallen in with. Can you get in there and check on him? With your background, I know you can handle it. Get him out if things look bad. I know it's been a few years, but your family.
Ooh, it's blocky on my end
He's
badly.
still just a kid. Stella.
The jungle is uncompromising, but it never lies to you. The jungle does what it does.
Why would it? Why would it do? Why would it do something that it doesn't do?
I saw one of the children draw a figure in chalk at the playground, and I asked the young girl, "Is that a bear? There are no bears in Venezuela." But she said, "No, Big Isaac, you're wrong. It's you." I wish I could keep that drawing forever.
A very nice looking game, I have to say.
Okay. There's only one way around that guy. Two, actually.
Do you know why we named this place Freedom Town?
We named it for the freedoms America promised us, but which we never really had.
At last, here we are free to love our God and love ourselves as America would never let us.
We only ask that you love this place.
As we love all of you.
Anything else in there? Double check, nothing useful. Okay. He's gonna take a little nap now.
Who's taking a little nap?
The guards that I just took out.
Mm.
I have nothing but disgust for those who twist the Bible, twist Jesus' word. His message is to embrace your fellow man, to help the weak, the poor, never to hate, unless you focus that hate to resist those who bring misery to others. Whenever I need to discipline someone, their pain is a pain I share. I feel I'm just disciplining myself, and I think of Hebrews 13. Remember them that are in bonds as bound with them, and them which suffer adversity as being yourselves also in the body. You see, my brothers and sisters, when you stray, I am locked up with you. And when you have learned and can be free again, that's when I'll be free.
Uh-huh. Keep talking, buddy. That guy's just standing there right now. I don't need him immediately. And that is the place he goes when I'm finished.
When we recall the verse from Matthew,
We have a Biggles.
on the hill, I think about
Got a little Biggles!
how we
How you doing? How you doing, man?
The Puritans preached that their shining example would be Boston. But 300 years later, it is instead a corrupt home, take for granted this powerful elite.
the ultimate manifestation of the great American lie.
You see, some people don't think very much of Sneaky Bastards, but I've actually managed to save myself quite a bit of trouble like this. Oh shit, I'm gonna have a problem.
Oh. Aren't you supposed to be infiltrating them? Cult.
Where the military are saying they cannot keep us safe from the force massing against us. My people, there's nowhere else for us to go.
I know where he goes. And on the upside, I've actually managed to double the amount of
Stash body.
I've managed to double the amount of ammunition I started with. Woohoo! So,
The Agriculture Advancement Committee will be meeting on Tuesdays at sundown. If you want to see the face of
okay, so we have enough game now to kind of get an impression as to what the hell this is actually, as to what the hell this is about. I'm thinking a top down version of Hitman. How about you? How about you,
Yeah.
Opal?
Yeah, no, that's what I was pretty much seeing.
Well, to be honest with you, there's a lot of people that would just start shooting,
Mm-hmm.
and me, I don't
Well,
actually care. We
Yeah,
can
I
make
tend
more
to like
kids.
to take the sneaky route. I tend to like to take the sneaky route. Like even in like when I first played Does EX Daisy X, that's it. Daisy X. Yeah, I was stealthy.
See, that's just it. It is a matter of long training. And I much prefer the sneaky route. Except in games where sneaky routes are just not are not even going to remotely be a thing. Stealth games, I love them. I really like those
Yeah.
games. Even if some of them can get a little wacky.
See, I love the Thief series from the original Thief all the way up to even the current one.
Yeah, actually, believe it or not, if I remember correctly, the Thief series is on sale right now. It's on sale for like damn near nothing.
I ended up buying one of the games twice. I forgot I had bought one of the games once.
I actually
But
have Thief Gold. All right, for those of you who are interested, this game is on Steam. It's at a regular price of $20, but as of today and going forward for approximately a week from now, it will be $16, $15.99 or your local equivalent, and it possesses what looks like it looks like a $10 DLC for its soundtrack and some behind the scenes stuff. So there's a thought. It also comes in a bundle, a complete your collection style bundle, which will give you 15% off of the grand total. So $30 gets whacked down a bit. Yeah, I got a copy of the game for freeze, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna go. It doesn't mean I'm gonna go out and buy a copy of the soundtrack because I just don't give enough shits.
yeah.
If you like your soundtracks, go get, because that shit would be cool.
Well, some games I don't do it often, but when I do, it's usually for games I really like. And I don't necessarily do it just to get the soundtrack. I do it because I just want to give the devs some love.
Well, I know you probably, but then you were probably the guy that bought the soundtrack for Dragon Quest XI.
Let me take a look. Did I? That was a stretch. I bought that on a stretched budget, so I don't think I did. But I think I was.
Oh, I'm sure when your budget is less stretched, you will decidedly do that. All right, this game even already has its cards, no less.
Well, I bought for Dragon Quest Builders. I bought the season pass. So.
Ooh. Anyway, so this is the Church of the Darkness. It's been out a whole 24 hours. So huzzah for that. Welcome to 1977, folks. Okay.
Wow, there's actually no DLC for Dragon Quest XI.
Say what?
There is no extra content for Dragon Quest XI.
Okay. That's actually
Just the base game. That's it. Not even a DLC.
Now that actually, funnily enough, that actually amuses me. It should not,
Yeah.
but it does. Okay. Now.
Jeez, I thought that's milk. I guess they just didn't feel like getting out to.
There is still a conversation going on over here in the live chat about which one's about second edition level 20 mage versus second edition level 20 fighter.
I never necessarily liked. Well, never
hey,
liked
Linebackable, how you doing today, man? We've more game before we get into the RPGs, but I got some cool ones today, so I think you might actually like. I haven't seen Dracologist today yet, but I'm sure he'll be around eventually. What a bug he's here! Tell him he's supposed to be here. Alrighty then. So, how about Mr. Opal Dragon? We get on to our next abomination.
Go for
How's
it.
that sound?
Go for it.
Sound like fun? I think that would be fun.
So you're going to start streaming the 3DO now?
No, I don't. Oh no!
What about the Jaguar? I know. Did you just get the Jaguar? Aren't you going to go stream some games off the Jaguar? Anybody remember?
You know what?
Anybody remembers that console?
I remember the Jaguar. All right, guys. Haha. That was actually.
Don't mind
supposed to
me,
be
I'm
completely
just popping some cherries, so.
off. All right. So, here is the new hardware. These brand new hardware. Nobody's ever used it before. Or at least not. At least nobody's used this particular unit before I did. So, all right. And here is our next abomination, because I did promise I'd cover it a while back.
So that would explain why it's devoid of prawn collection.
What?
Well, if it's a brand new system, that would explain why it's devoid of prom collection.
Well, I don't even think I could get proper prawn on this thing. I have yet to find a web browser for it. That's all right. I also got my Wii U up and operating, so there's going to be some new stuff. There's going to be some other stuff that I'm going to be able to do now. They're going to be able to do here soon. For example, I now have access to the entirety of the Xenoblade series, all of it. Pretty sure all of you know what this is so far. What?
I said, are you trying to drop a hint at us that you need to escape from something?
Well, to be really honest, that game we were just playing was also an escape game. Yes, that's an advert for the original Escapists, which I have on PC, and I'm not planning on buying on this thing. Snow add-ons. Loads of add-ons on these. And I think what we're going to do... We'll actually do a play versus. That's interesting. My characters. Glad. Frankie. Taylor.
Oh, where's Michaela when we need her?
Yeah, I know, right?
She would say, she'd make a comment, there's no prison ball.
I like how we have a Hillary down here at the bottom, older male. I find that entertaining.
Oh, that's her stand-in.
I'll take this one. I think we edit some of the characters. We can edit the characters too, which is fun. There you go. We'll take the green-haired girl just for you, Opal.
Oh, thank you.
None of that.
As long as you don't make me drop the soap, that's all. That's all I ask.
Soap, dude.
We're still going on about D&D in there.
Of course they are. I started a conversation about Dungeons and Dragons, and it was a thing.
Yeah.
And so these are going to be DLC because yep, the ones to the stars are probably DLC. Oh, save them. Oh, we'll just take that. All right. Let's go back. And I suppose we could probably just try and play the game and see what happens.
Yeah.
Center Perks 2. Cougar Creek Railroad. That's not gonna. That could go better. That could go well. Maybe. Rattlesnake Springs. We got some. Oh, we got some hardcore shit in here. Santa Shakedown. Nice. All right. Let's go ahead and do. Let's go ahead and do Precinct 17 because that just seems like a. That just seems like a place to go at this point. Wow, guys. The Incredible Robinson. We'll let it run, because apparently that's going to be a thing.
I was pulling a level 20 Claire, dunk them both on the head.
A sock and some soap. Yeah, dude, just don't drop that. I'm telling you. Alright. Is it a crafty thing? Can we make crafty things? What can I make with... Oh, I need to go on to that stage. Okay. Ah! A sock base! Oh. Like that's gonna take any time at all. No one escapes on my watch. Oh, y'all! Oh, pop and check. So apparently I'm all set. Right stick to lock the target. And walk up behind the guy. Bolt. There you go. Ha 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 ha. Pickaxe. Green arrow says, tells me to go back downstairs. Okay.
You need to be up one more. There you go.
Kept some of the quote food unquote provided. Next room. Maintenance desk. Whoop. Wire cutter and an adrenaline shot. Okay.
Oh man, you're lucky if that officer would have walked into there. It would have been hilarious.
Okay, I need to. Use that. And press Y. Here. More suntan. Alright. Into the vent from the desk using A. Okay, fine. Ask me how many times I've played this game. Probably won't like
A
it.
lot more than me. Uh-oh. You got discovered somehow. Or... Watch it. Uh-oh. You're gonna get caught.
I don't think I can get caught.
Oh. There's a little underground there.
Yep. I'm right at it. Why is it not working? I don't seem to be able to dig.
Try the pickaxe.
What's a pickaxe I'm worried about? The shovel's supposed to work. There's work.
Oh, you got something flashing saying 87,
85,
86.
something. I don't know what the hell's going on. Because the Y isn't. How do I go up? How do I dig up? That's it. I did it wrong. Escape nearly complete. Okay, first escape is done.
Dolphin in the ocean there.
Well, back to the slammer. Wow. Why are they sending this much in terms of resources to get this one guy?
Yeah, no kidding. Wow, what did you do?
On an if-win thing. Did we ever
Yeah.
decide what was actually going to be on today? What was actually going to be today's RPG? At a low bit rate, or what was it? Right? Mr. Opal Dragon.
Oh, let's see. Oh, I can't even remember the choices. So you don't have to listen here, but any of the trial of the manas will work for me. Or any of the mana collection.
Well, since we got to switch out, why don't we go ahead and do that?
Sure, why not?
That off and there, just like that. All right, guys. Here's a $40 pretty that I collected from someplace. This is the collection of mana, and I do not have this on cartridge. Electronic only. Most of my games are nowadays. They didn't used to be.
Certain games I get the cart, but most I'm just probably going to get the digital.
Did you know that Dragon Quest XI has not yet come out for this? It's not due till the end. It's not due till the middle of next month.
Right. Oh, right. That's it. Yeah, and it's going to be called Dragon Quest XI S.
Right. S being for Switch.
Yeah.
Not Super. Switch.
Yeah.
It says this will be the Switch edition. Do you want to go? Do you want to play more? Do you want to take your Dragon Quest out with you while you do this? Of course, I also bought I actually managed. I put my hands. I bought on cartridge, no less, a second copy of Breath of the Wild, and then found out that the DLC didn't transfer from the Wii. I had to buy the DLC again. The season pass, I had to buy it again. Because unlike a great many PlayStation games, we can't actually do the things. We can't do all the wacky shit. Yes, we are going to play that, and we're going to play it in English. Anyway, if you are remotely interested, Mr. Dragon, sir, the 5th edition actually borrows from all 4 previous editions. All of them.
Cool.
Little bits and pieces here and there. The 2nd edition was actually just an upgraded version of the 1st edition, doing things a little more like what I would do just at the table. But the things that annoyed me the most about 2nd edition, 2-hit armor class 0, those things are still gone. They use the 3rd edition. They use the 3rd edition methodology for 4th methodology for calculating successes. What number can you get to? We didn't have much in terms of other votees, so. Okay, we're gonna skip this. We're gonna skip this bit. This is Trials of Mana, also known as Secret. It was Secret of Mana 3 or Senken Densetsu 3, which is actually. And this was actually, if I had to pick one of the games, one of the games out of this series, this one was actually my favorite.
Back for a 3 second. Oh yeah, this one. I really like this one.
Okay, so we're going to start.
I really did like.
We're starting a new game, obviously, but we have to pick our protagonist and their 2 allies.
I kind of like that. It's been a while since I played. I came close to the end of this, so. But...
All right, so we're gonna run through all 6 characters here. You guys can, if you guys in the chat there want to pay attention, we're actually going to make some. We're gonna make some character slash. We're gonna make some character selections here, and they're all different. The top row here is all dudes. The bottom row is the ladies, and we're gonna start at the top and work our way over to the right and then back. So, this is Duran. He is a fighter from I don't even know where, way the fuck over there someplace.
Is that who you're okay?
No, I'm going to show you guys all the characters before we do this. Before we pick the 3 we're actually going to get. Kevin the Grappler from Ferolia, which is like over there. We have Dickbag the Thief from Navarro, which is actually close to the land of the Valkyries. Hee
I think that's what I went with was Valkyrie.
Yeah, I did. I actually like her. I actually like that one quite a lot. Although her initial combat sequence can take a couple minutes. He's called Hawkeye. He's actually a ranged Sith. He doesn't do very well in close quarters. Okay. Here is one of my personal favorites, Reese. She is the Amazon from the Kingdom of Laurent. Hawkeye's folks are from right near where she is.
Now, if I remember correctly from this one was interesting because they had like I'm sure if I remember correctly that each character had it would end up getting like you start out where you get choice of your first character. Then that character could evolve one of 2 ways, and then it had another evolution, didn't it?
Yep, that's exactly right.
Yeah,
Very good, Mr. Opal Dragon. That was actually a good one. All right, so here, now, this nice young lady is a spear maiden. She will stick you with that lance.
Yeah.
And you will die. Cool. All right, then we have Charlotte the Cleric from Wendell, because that's where that's actually right close to where the Mana Tree itself is.
But play this again. I'll have to do the mage.
And here's our
Okay.
final character, the magician from Altena. Her original name is Angela, and it will not be that way by the time I'm done. If this character goes to the charity at all.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, anything, I'll vote. I'll vote mage because the mage wins.
the mage wins. I think I'll put her. I think I'll put her actually in the party.
Yeah. I'm assuming you realized what I just did.
Yeah, you're making reference to the thing that was going on in the chat. Level 20 fighter versus
Yeah.
level 20 mage fighter.
Hello.
Tom, that would be Heroes of Might and Magic 3. All right. So who do we want to play our primary protagonist?
Well, you know what I just voted.
I know what you just voted. I want to see if anybody else. I want to see if anybody in the chat's got a thought. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Bring it. Wrong system, strawman. Ha ha ha. Alrighty then. Looks like we're actually. Wow, that's what's going on. YouTube's being weird. Yeah, it is actually it did actually lag out just a bit here a moment ago there, Brian. Alright, what do we want? Let's see. You've got a childishness problem. I don't know about you. Yeah, let's go ahead and go with Stick Lady. Okay, who's number 2? Should we do this with the rogue cleric or cleric mage thing?
I would say. Oh, you went with the Spear Maiden.
Yeah.
I would say go with the Grappler then.
Why the grappler?
No, just why not?
Because we already have a melee fighter.
Nah. Well, then pick. I would say then pick the Cleric for healing.
Yep. Cleric next.
But then you see if the monsters are smart, they'll take her out first. You always take out the healer.
Now we're just going to accept Charlotte as she is. So now we need range DPS. Do we take the mage or the thief?
The mage, because the mage always wins.
Yeah. Okay. So you say. I want to know what the chat thinks, because I'm pretty sure they do think something. And Linebackable seems to have wandered off a bit. I can't imagine why he would want to do that. Yes, Tom, you could do that in the original Baldur's Gate, and I've been known to do that. You could also, if you have characters already, Neverwinter Nights did that too. Funnily enough. You know what? You know what I think? I think we're gonna go with the rogue, and the reason to do that is because we're gonna have that guy. That guy's gonna be part of the thing that goes on. We'll run into we're gonna run into the other three. I'm pretty sure. But these will be our primaries. It would be Honey Buns at level 43 wizard. Holy shit! All right, Beck. Hey, cool. Glad you're still here, man. Because this is a game that was only released in Japan until sometime just recently. Collection of Mana has actually not been out for very long. I'll take care of this. Observe and admire. This thing takes a freaking beating, too. Compared to most bosses in this game, this one's a micro. But you can actually beat it. I had actually forgotten this boss. Okay, all dead. Creepy bird monster, absolutely. I never did play PvP in Neverwinter Nights. I can feel the cries of the wind. She's talking to herself now. But I at least have a copy of Secret of Mana now. I can play it. I can play it at my leisure. I even stream it for you guys if you want. I don't have the Steam edition, the 3D version of Secret of Mana, but I have all the others, so I'm actually okay with this.
Well, you can always stream my copy.
I could, but that means
Well, if it's during a stream, it's not like I'm playing it anyways. So.
Well, this is true, depending on whether or not you're on the stream.
Well, majority of the time I'm on the stream, and anyways, if you really wanted to, I'd make sure I'd stay off. I got Dragon Quest Builders on the PlayStation 4.
Mm-hmm. Did you buy Dragon Quest 11 on PS4?
No, I got Dragon Quest Builders.
Oh, but that's right. You were doing Builders too.
Yep.
Father, have you seen Elliot? Interesting question for a blind man. Why do I sense his location? He is around here somewhere. Not far, okay. If I remember right, this one is his. Yep, there's somebody. Okay, so now we get a little bit of the backstory. Mom died in childbirth. Not an uncommon thing in places where there's not a lot of medical technology. It's very uncommon now, actually. Probably Brian. Hi. You're the Prince of the Citadel, right? Yeah. Want to see something interesting, little boy? Are you gonna whip out your dick and show it to him? I hope not, because this is supposed to be a family-friendly stream. Right, Opal?
Yep. Yep. That's what it's supposed to be.
Squeaky things! Now for my multiplying trick. Ta-da! Here's my twin brother. I can show you more tricks if you take me there. Ooh, down this way. Game 5+ hours. Wow, that's kind of a while, dude. Seriously. I don't think he came through here, but we're gonna go look in there anyway because. Oh, that's barracks space. Okay, cool. They have to hot rack. There is actually a save statue running around someplace. We just haven't located it yet. There's a white one and a gold one. This is the gold one. It increases hit points and magic points, followed by the saving of the game. Yes, I have been playing this one myself, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop this right down here for you lot for later. Only this time I'm actually playing with a pro controller. This time I'm playing with an actual controller looking thing. You know what actually bothers me about this one, Opal? Opal. Are you still here, Opal?
Yeah, well, yes and no. I'm chopping some veggies for my stew.
Oh, well, okay.
Since nobody in the chat will allow me to locate them for the stew, so.
Nature on the phone. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought you said you multiplied yourself. Show me something good. Come on, kid. I mean, it's Bill and Ben. Come on, kid. I mean, Your Highness. Yeah, that's the wind generator. And you have to have a special key. This kid is no older than I'd probably say 8 or 9. And this could theoretically turn into a problem. Look at the options menu. Is there a controller config, game guide on and off? Manual, nope. There's not a... Wow, there's not a way to adapt it. We can bring back your mother with our magic. Uh-oh. You turn off the wind with the key. Why does this child of perhaps 8 or 9 years old have a key that would turn off the defenses for his entire kingdom? I want to know that.
Because like all things, reasons.
What?
Because like all things, reasons.
Yeah, it's because no reason whatsoever? Is that what we're thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently the Blind King is stupid too? You should have at least given it to the closer to adult critter. That would have been better. And why is the bitrate doing that? Wow, I'm impressed. Bitrate's going to shit.
Decently. Oh, and I'm getting a decent image on Discord.
Well, you will because it's Discord.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's at times where I've gotten horrible where it's been so blocky.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to be getting a decent image on Discord. Speaking of Discord, yeah, it's actually showing, so that shouldn't be. That may actually be the problem that we're having. And we may actually have to switch it up. Just if this bitrate problem doesn't go away, stay away. All right.
Switch me down to lower quality.
Let's lower that a little bit and see if that doesn't help. No. Wow, the bitrate's all over the place. What the hell are you doing to me, YouTube? Catch you later, Brian.
Yeah.
What is it doing and why is it doing it that way? 99.9999998% of the time, it's just rock fucking solid. Now it's not. All right, give me a second here, Mr. Opal Dragon.
I didn't even say anything naughty.
What?
I didn't. You know what? I didn't even say anything naughty.
I know, but it's just okay. I'm switching over to the Hangout now, Opal, because this is just not working.
Okay.
Apparently we're having a really weird Discord day. It would be
Okay.
nice if we weren't having such a thing, but unfortunately you're stuck with it.
I'll be there in a moment.
Okay. Yeah, that stabilized it, Opal.
Okay.
We're now getting a solid bit rate, right where we should be. So let's keep going.
They detected you. That's what it was. They were detecting you weren't using Google products.
What?
They were detecting that you weren't using Google products.
Yeah, I know, right? What's up with that? My mother? I can see my mother? Yeah. Oh, Sis said I don't want to turn off the window. Ooh. You see, now you're manipulating an 8-year-old on the an 9-year-old on the level of an 8 or a 9-year-old. Well, no. Actually, he might be even younger. He might be. Well, I don't think he's going to be any younger than 8 because she's an adult. And she was definitely not an adult when he was born. Elliot, where are you? Oh, bit. Hmm? Yeah, it looks like he's about. No, this is not going to end well.
Nope.
Navarro forces are already prepared to invade. The invasion begins. Last big raid. What a way to go out. It's Elliot cries. Yeah, Filthy Spice. We're going to do... How's your blind leader supposed to defend himself without his trusty guard? That man's got 4 women surrounding him as a guard. And Elliot fell on his face. This is definitely not going to end well. Oh, they just smacked that poor boy back down. Wait, Elliot, where'd he go?
Got so much about this game. I always liked how they animated the characters running.
Actually, she's not running, she's freaking out.
Yeah. Well, no, when she's climbing up the stairs. Yeah, I just love the animation on it.
Amazing what one can do. And apparently there's like flaming death going on at the moment. Alright, so we're going to save right here. Not that we need the Pimp's level of unconsciousness. Absolutely, Crypto. We're going to go ahead and save in the correct spot for you lot. Uh-oh. One XP.
Yeah, they were a little stingy. Of course, this is a story battle, so they tend not to give out much XP. Ooh, glory.
Well, that would explain a lot. Those people aren't dead, they're just passed out.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you
Get back
knock
in there.
everybody out,
Get back in there, you silly bent.
if you knock everybody asleep, it makes attacking a whole lot easier.
Yeah, you disarm them, you get them the hell out of town. And you can actually take a whole area out of... you can actually take a whole area with very little in terms of casualties. Burn to the ground? Hey, I thought you... Why did you use Sleep Force? You should have just... Why do you want to burn it to the ground? Fall back for the moment? Okay. So apparently we're going to get a chance to regroup here in the Citadel. Go back and heal up, Go back and heal up, Twitface. A priest of light in Wendell has some answers. Ooh. I don't think that's a good idea. I do like the animation they did with her hair here. Sniff. Somebody's feeling sorry for herself. Very sorry for herself. Now, for the record, Mr. Opal Dragon, there is actually a fan translation.
Yeah, sadly that's the
Of this
version I
game,
played.
that was produced many years ago.
Yeah.
Complete with a cartridge hack. And I may or may not. I don't think I have a copy of it anymore.
I do. I actually tried to track down the one of the cards too, but I didn't have the level of access. Like there wasn't the level of access that there is now. Like it was like hell for me to get Dragon Quest 7, and then even at that, I got a disc that was scratched. I wrote Square Enix to ask if there's any way I could buy. I just needed the one disc to replace. Is there any way? And I said I was willing to pay a decent price, but they said. And then I got an email back and saying they didn't even think they still had copies around. They probably got the source script if they still have it, but they didn't have any copies of the game disc.
Well, that's irritating.
Yeah.
Wow, I went on a great big huge boat trip and got no hit points back. I know who that is. That's our mage-like creature. That's the mage. Wake me up in the morning. That way at least I get all my hit points back. Press a button. Which button? If I press this button, does that work? Oh, nope, that's the screen capture button. Or... how about that? Oh, nope. Don't want to press that button either. It says press a button. I don't even know what button they want. That's supposed to be a capital A. Yes, we'll save. Wall of Thorns, weather summoning, confusion, fighter screwed. That depends. Because if you have a familiar, something relatively innocuous, there would become problems. And now she's homeless. Her transformation into a murder hobo is complete. Absolutely. And here's the fun part. There's another murder hobo right there. It's still sleeping. Wow. I don't have any. Oh right, I have to have seeds before those are planters. Okay, cool. Now I know what those are. I was hoping it would be a chest or something, but no, apparently not. Oh! And of course we can't ask for a ride back where we came from. It's the weapon shop because reasons. Oh, here's Duran. Curses. I guess we're going to have to do something about these Ferolians. Because holy crap reasons. Alright, who's in the pub? I know you. Oh, wow, dude. That's wrong. Alright, let's see if there's anything upstairs. No, there's nothing upstairs of any interest. Fuck that. Okay. I actually have... You know what really, Opal, is getting to me? I haven't played this game in a whole lot of years.
Yeah, I know. It's been ages. I can barely... I recognize the odd thing, but... Yeah.
I actually have money. The fuck? Revives the fainted. Return to the entrance. Magic ropes are good. Medical herb for 10 or candy for 5. That heal statuses. Okay. Let's Okay, now we have candies. I can actually heal myself if needed. Okay, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Okay, let's go. I don't know. I'm guessing I'm guessing it's a lack of brain pan. Okay, so I cannot leave here during the day. They won't let me out. They're not going to let me out. Oh, rude. How rude are you? Looks like I've seen the whole town, so that's going to be a place to start. Oh, nope, I haven't seen everything. There's an armor shop. Once again, nothing else to be... We can buy items, but not else. Which, honestly, I can't say really surprises me that much. Don't resist and we may spare you. I could have taken these beasts to town. No. You can make all the claims you want, Doodly. I don't care. Seem to be missing a couple people, though. Because the little priestess from Wendell is... We're going to wait for nighttime, and then we're going to get the hell out of here for a little while. Because that's going to have to be a thing. What? Ah! Damn it. I was gonna save.
Shoot, now Tom lured me into the chat argument.
Alright. So, how much? I don't know how much of this game you actually remember, Opal.
Not a lot. I'm like watching this. As I said, I come across the odd thing. I was like, I remember that location. And then you go and it's like, I have no memory of it.
The thing is that most of the groups actually wind up right here. The problem, of course, is that I wanted to save my game rather than... I wanted to save the game right here so that if for some reason we get out of town and shit is going on, we get creamed. Where's that poob? The poob is up there. What?
Trachologist by
Level 1 shotgun! Absolutely. A level 1 shotgun would do nasty things to overwhelming majority of critters. That guy, how the hell am I supposed to get out of town now? Wow, I don't remember anything. Because I thought that guy was going to be gone.
Sorry about not welcoming you, Trachologist. It's too focused on my taking.
There's got to be a way out of here. Or at least a way to get to a place. Does anybody know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing?
Nope. So you said this version's actually known as Trials of Mana?
Yep.
Then I'm really looking forward to the remake.
The remake is coming up in a couple of months.
Yeah,
I'm hoping to put my
see.
hands on a copy of it before then.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to put my hands on a copy of it either at or before lunchtime, because I'd really like to cover that.
Yeah. You may end up getting it before me, but I definitely want to get it. I want to get Link's Awakening. So, the word sacrifice for that.
Okay, it is nighttime. You've turned into a beastie thing. And there's got to be a way out of here. But why am I having this much trouble with it? This lady's been asleep for like 3 days.
Usually, yeah, that's usually what happens.
Aha! There we go. It's a forest full of rabbits. Perfect. All right. So now that we're out, there it is. Hi, Win. Yes, they're called rabbits, and they are actually quite a lot more fun than you. Honestly, rabbits adhere to the rule of cute. It's still only 1 XP for these things. Fuck this. Why did you grind at this point? I'm going back into rabbit territory.
The mushroom was asking for it, trachologist.
Yes, the mushroom was most decidedly asking for that.
I put a bunch of chantenelles in my chicken stew today.
Did what?
My mom brought some fresh chantel. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Chantel mushrooms.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And
it's random thing.
I put a bunch in my stew today. I got carrots. It's a chicken stew. I got carrots, celery, potatoes, and I'm gonna put some spices in a bit.
There. Now I've got my hit points back.
At 3 o'clock, you're gonna do a BRB because I gotta go.
When?
Probably not, trachologist. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't.
I'm trying to. I'm actually just. Honestly, I'm trying to get to level 2. And it doesn't seem to matter what the hell it is is getting punched up. It all seems to be giving the same number of experience points. Flammy is later.
Yeah, I like both. The rabbits are cute. Well, the ones that they did in the remake, from what I've seen in the images, are really cute. Rabbits. I want to call them rabbits, but it's rabbits.
Actually, they're called rabbits because that is actually a. It's spelled rabbite or rabbite because of a mispronunciation of the actual word rabbit that is inherent to Japanese. It'd be rabito or rabitu. Rabite is, yeah. But when you translate it back, when you transliterate, it tends to take on kind of a weird sideways thing.
Yeah.
It's because the Japanese have only a very small number of consonants that don't involve vowels in any way.
Yeah, that's what you're right, Tom. That's what all video games have taught us.
If you please, you should kill it. In fact.
Yeah. Video games reflect real life. If you play video games, you think, because when you play video games, you think that's the way you think real world works.
Astoria is that way. That was a level up.
Awesome.
And a mushroom eye. So now I finally made level 2. Nice. We're going to go to Astoria, not because we actually need it to. Okay, yeah. This is the halfway marker. I get my... And yes, I know the actual word for rabbit in Japanese is usagi. However, comma, they do actually use multiple words for a single thing. Oftentimes, when you've got loan words that have a somewhat different sound. You what? Opal. Phrasing. Holy crap, dude. I don't want to know anything about any freaking chicken you have a bone in. Especially not your own bone. Gotta save the game. Woo! Actually, it's actually about time to wrap up anyway. This is actually not a bad spot to do that. So yeah, no. What do you think, Opal? What does everybody else think of the hilarity that is?
You could have gone on a little longer because it won't take me too long.
Well, to be honest with you, I have another thing I need to attend to here very shortly anyway, and YouTube is being torpy, so yeah. It's been a while since we've actually managed to hit the 2 hour mark. And not the 2.5 to 3 hour mark. I think a 2 hour sausage is probably long enough for you guys, at least for this next hour.
I think they're more interested whether TomTom was more interested in whether his fighter would kick the mage's same level mage's ass or a same level cleric's ass.
Actually, believe it or not, the big downside that mages have, casting time.
Yeah.
It is. It's casting time.
Well, there's one factor I totally forgot. It all comes down to who has the melons.
Well, there is that. You see, here's the thing that I would. See, rather than fighter versus mage, give me the 2 beef against the magic user. Because I guarantee you.
I already said a level 15 thief with the right venom and surprise will kill any class. Because thief should just have just enough stats to sucker even a level 20 class character. I mean, it's a little risky, but if you have surprise on your side, which is what a thief really specializes in, is yeah. The only limiting factor is the tools on hand, like what kind of venom or what kind of trap or what kind of.
I wouldn't even need that, because by the time we get to level 15 and 20, we're talking about ×3, ×4 backstab damage. And all you have to do is and hide in shadows up into the 80s and 90s. So all you really have to do is keep to the shadows and stick that fucker in the back.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And actually, the thief doesn't have to go in close. They can do the same thing. They can't do a sneak attack with a bow, but they can still use a bow.
Yeah. The only downside to a thief is it starts to lose its benefits when you've got a group. Right? You got 5 characters, the thief will probably still win. You got it going against 10, 20. Well, yeah.
Well, by the time you get to 10, a thief of almost any level is fucking boned.
Yeah.
That's just all.
Yeah. As I said, with 5, and I put the limit about 5, like it always varies on the roll, but 5 is a good level, a good amount to say. You can usually take, as a thief, you can usually take out the first 3 before you're on even footing ground, and then after that, you usually got at least the next 2 to deal with. And
see, Tom just brought up the idea of detect invisible working on hidden shadows. It actually should not.
No,
the spell you want for hidden shadows is the first level spell, light.
Yeah, but then the thing is you have to have...
detect invisible. It works if memory serves, and it's been way too many years anyway. But it only actually works on the invisibility spells and effects, as opposed to hiding in shadows, which isn't actually the thief being invisible. It's the thief hiding.
Yeah. Hiding to such a degree that your detection initiatives just aren't high enough. And at level 15, a thief's hide ability should be high enough that even a level 20 character would have a hard time.
You know what, Tom? I'll see if I can dig up any references on 2nd edition, and I will actually do that. Because if it says specifically it works on hidden shadows, then I expect that there's some sort of a role that would be involved or something. I don't know. We'll see. Like I told you, Mr. Tom, it's been a lot of years since I saw the 2nd edition anything. We're talking about, we're talking about my probably mid-teens since the last time I played 2nd edition, so...
But here's the thing is the fighter wouldn't have access to detect, and even if he used the scroll, a smart thief would stay out of range.
I think you actually have to have a smart thief first. So, expect to see this particular piece of hardware turn up from time to time. Because we can and will play from it. From, just your average thing. To let you guys know, the next stream will probably be on Monday evening, about 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Be aware, because I know some of you are going to some of you are probably going to want to be asleep at that time. But we'll see how that goes. Because if it turns out to be like complete garbage if it turns out to not have the effect I wanted it to, we'll go back to noon. But the Saturday streams will always be at noon, because that gives everybody at least some level of opportunity to come visit. And we're just gonna pop that right off of there, because it's actually fully charged now. Okay, so detective visibility. It was a second level magic user spell from long time ago.
Yeah, I got the player's handbook right here.
Oh, you got the second edition player's handbook right there?
Yeah, because I had most of the second edition. Though my player's handbook has seen better days.
Oh, I'm sure it has.
It's in rough condition. Put it this way, no one would pay money for it. Oh, there it is. I found it.
You found it? Cool. Let's see how it changed over time.
Okay. What it says is, it's deviated. When the wizard casts detect invisibility, he's able to see clearly any object or beings that are invisible, as well as any astral, ethereal, or out of phase. So, it enables the wizard to detect hidden or concealed creatures. Oh, yeah. Thieves and shadows. Okay, yeah, it does. He's right.
It does. Okay, then it does so state for the second edition. That's one's on me.
But it only lasts 5 rounds per level. So the thing is, as I said,
if you can get,
you'd have to have it up.
Yeah, what, 15? We're talking combat rounds. We're talking about 3 minutes tops at low levels. When you can get the spell, it's like that would be 150 seconds at most. And even by level 20, all you have to do is is to prevent line of sight for like 5 minutes.
Oh, but detective visibility has an inherent weakness. It does not reveal the type of concealment or what. It just detects something.
It just says
hidden.
that something is there. They don't know what it is. Also, if
the only time you can differentiate is between in the case of astral travelers, where there's a silver cord can be seen, but it doesn't reveal illusions or anything. So, ooh, yeah, you can really mess with that. You can really mess with somebody using that spell.
Yeah, there's lots of ways to muck with people like that.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to determine the difference between a hidden thief and a hidden stone.
Yeah, and that's the difference. Well, I think we're actually probably okay with that. The Pug Marine is ready to dock, and I'm pretty sure that Shorty Body is ready to come downstairs and terrorize the grandma. So, how about we take off at this point? We will catch you guys up here very, very soon. However,
okay.
We'll see you guys in a couple. We'll see you folks in a couple of days, and I might, if Tom really wants, break out one of the old first edition gold box games. That would be fun. I think that would be hilarious. Although I'm going to do the character creation stuff before that happens. That would be incredibly wise. All right, so I think that pretty much wraps it up for us. Any comments on today's games from you, Mr. Dragon?
Although the same, it was it's kind of cool to see them add collection of mana there, especially like that version of Trials of Mana.
Actually, let me.
Though I'm going to hold out for personally, I'm going to hold out for the remake. So.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, I
you know I spent way too much this month.
Yeah, I know. Actually, both of us did. Both of us spent way more than that was way more than I wanted to anyway. Let's see. Trials of Mana will be out on most things. The 3D remake version in early 2020 apparently. But you can go get the basic games. You can get the original versions of the games. Final Fantasy Adventure, Secret of Mana, and Trials of Mana on your Switch, and if I'm not mistaken, your PlayStation 4 right now for like $40. Yes, Jay, you are fashionably late.
Well, that's why we like you. As I said.
We will actually, Jay. You can be you. I'm gonna do. We're gonna do a thing on Tuesday. We're gonna do the. It'll be about 4:00 in the afternoon for you and I. Or not Tuesday. It'll actually be Monday this week because Opal's going to be is going to be a very busy dragon. The week for the rest of the week, so we're gonna do that. I just tweeted to GameStop.
Okay, I'm gonna have to grab my phone. And you're gonna have to go into Discord and tell me all about this.
Yeah, no kidding. I just tweeted to GameStop. I have no idea why he would do that, but apparently there is some kind of a reason for it. All right. Shut that off for right now. Okay. So, I want to thank everybody for stopping by and encourage you guys to do it again sometime. Lots of times, preferably. But, yeah, that about does it for us. Don't forget to read all the fun things in the description. You know, the whole like, subscribe, comment thing. The more you guys engage with the content, the better. The more the algorithm decides to not hate on me quite so much. It's hating me anyway.
Yep.
And I have in some cases fallen victim to it's not the thing you said, it's the thing that other guy said that's way more popular than you are. Ooh, warranty issues. We'll have to talk about that one later, Jay. You'll let me know let me know what's actually going on there. But yeah, that's pretty much the way it's gonna work. If you wish to support the channel more directly, do feel free to hop down also into the description down below the fold. You will find a number of options, including Bitcoin and other such noise. I actually don't like flogging the Patreon and other such shit. There's Patreon/subscribestar/Bitcoin, etc. But unfortunately, I kind of have to. Yes, like donate.
Come on.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, it says Patreon, but that's actually a subscribe star link. Because getting to a point where I'm not actually trusting Patreon as much as maybe some people could. Not that I do anything particularly controversial these days, but somebody could go back and look at something I posted 5 fucking years ago and get mad. And then decide to get even by contacting Patreon. Oh, look. He was talking. He on the 31st of August in 2014, he started screaming about Gamergate being cool, and Game Journal was biting the hands that feed them. Only put a woman with big cleavage in it. All right. We'll catch you guys up later. Between now and the next time we see you, be safe, be sane.
And let's make games what they should be. Fun again.
Right. And Tom says, level 20 fighter for the win. Killed by level 15 thief. All right, see ya.